Ladies and gentlemen, the sun has now found its home in the western sky, and it is Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, home of the LSU Tigers, one of the great venues in college football. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tigers offense will get the first swing of the game. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking for a crease to the left. Finds some running room. He'll pick up 4 out to the 12. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Makes the grab on the left side. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Back open in the middle. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense has the ball for the first time. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. 2 physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, 2 alphas, 2 guys that play the position.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Tigers.
How about the middle linebacker making a great play? Drops in his zone, eyes on the quarterback. He sees the quarterback throw the football, breaks on it perfectly, steps in front, and takes it all the way to the house.
Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
On second down, they'll take to the air. He's going to run it. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
This offense has a second down play. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much. All throughout the year, all the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. On target. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Now they'll run the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And they have converted their first 2 third-down opportunities, but this one a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down and run. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Pressure coming. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Back to pass, it's Collins. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Pulls it in on the right. He's off to the races. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. He'll come out throwing on first down. Dumps it to the back. They're working that left side. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Bulldogs want to pick up the tempo. The give to the tailback. Plows through the defense. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Quarterback on the keeper. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Washington State is ahead right now, but the school that nearly saw Ryan Leaf win a Heisman back in the day still has some work to do.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive.
They're up by 10 over Arkansas. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Throws for the tight end. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. To the air, it's Collins. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Move the chains with that completion now on first down. Use the play fake now to throw. Trying to get to him. Got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. He'll try the left side. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, LSU! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Trying to escape and get it himself. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Got his man downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll throw it on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. At the 35, he's got room. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Looking to move it through the air. Soft spot in the middle. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. They want to throw it. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking for a deep man. Makes the grab down the left side. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Wants to pass it. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Back to throw, it's Collins. He's not afraid to go deep. He can haul it in, incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. He'll return it. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half. So now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. It'll be a 1st down as he gets it to the 24-yard line.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got him downfield. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Davis. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Here comes the two-point try. He's looking to throw, feeling some heat. He's in there for the two-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Wants to throw on first down. Gonna take a shot. And the ball will be grabbed at the 30-yard line. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, LSU!
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive in the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on first and 10. Going to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. He's looking to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes a catch. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his position.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Karapateas. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. Mississippi State going up tempo. The give on the inside. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
We love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Better find this defense on third down. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off the play fake on first down. Working that left side. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the third. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Turning to the running game on first and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. Short gain on the play before he slides.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live the play.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the comeback is on. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. They'll ride the hot hand. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Power football with the run. Oh, left him grasping for air. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Now 2nd and 10. These corners backing off a bit. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Catch in the middle. It's Karapateas. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. On 4th down, trying to find his man. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
I Obviously, they fail on that fourth down, but because there's still time on the clock, this game's not over. Who on defense right now can step up and make a big play and get the ball back to the offense?
They'll run it to the right. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
This guy's been running hard all game long. In the fourth quarter now with that last run, he's now at 99 yards rushing. One more carry away from potentially reaching that 100-yard milestone that all running backs covet.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. He's looking to throw it. Working that left side now. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Now on first and goal, let's see what Mississippi State does. He'll set up to throw. Let's it fly. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
So that touchdown was big, but just as big, this two-point conversion attempt to try to get it to a one-possession game. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback is sacked. Big play by the defense that is probably going to be wiped out by that penalty flag. I think they jumped offside. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it.
And everybody's got different philosophies. Some people kick onside every single time. You go for the big play, try to create some momentum for your team, but they failed. A nice job covering the kick, seeing the football off the kicker's foot, securing it, getting on the ground, and making sure your offense retains the football.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Offense gets set for second down. Back to throw, it's Collins. Wide open downfield. Speeding down the left side. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. That one, they fake it. Pitch it to the tight end. He's not going to make it. Stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. He'll start this drive firing. What a snag by the defense. Trying to take it back. The 40. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended. They push out that lead. It's a fake, and the holder's going to try to throw for it. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Comes out throwing on first down. Looking for the score. And here's the third interception of the night.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
And he hauls it in inside the 30. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Going back to the well. Another deep ball. And he intercepts it. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Here comes the offense on first down. He wants to throw. Caught near the sideline. It's Karapateas. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. After this, it'll be a wrap. On second down, looking again to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Karapateas. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the